Good evening, everyone. We are going to talk about our latest topic today. It's the topic of the as the eagle steereth her nest. So first, this is about the word PTA, the meaning of the PTA, the term of PTA is from the start to P, it's patriarchal, and the T as
Training.
training, and then A for aspect. So patriarchal training aspect. It represents the Hukom ministry that we have, the message of Hukom ministry for a church, and that Hukom ministry is for family. It starts from the couple. It starts then um, to the children, and it's representing the family, and but not just for family. You should care to other people too. So that's what the congregation means, the other church. So now we go back to the meaning of the eagle steereth her nest. So as the eagle steereth her nest, we have this thing, the animal instinct. So first we need to get back to this background story. So the background story, also Brother Branham talked about this. The eagle is using his mouth to feed its baby. So the food represents the word of God, and it's portraying that the mother is feeding the young eaglets. It means that even if we still young, when we became adult, we already know the word of God, because when we still young, we are feeded by the mother. So when we became adult, we know it already. And other than that, she is exposing them outside the nest, and it encouraged the younger to fly. Those of the flying and encouraging the mother is encouraging the younger. It means she was putting them in the training. So it's making them face the trials and overcome it, not just be under the control, but it's the will of, yeah, to overcome it. So the uh, and also destroying the nest. So in the face of reality, the background story has a lot of things to learn, and it can be a lesson for every one of us, especially for the parents. So and especially for a lot of people that can be that had the children, and the other more. And in the face of reality, when you look at the background story, in the face of reality, the eagle has more instinct more than those compared to humans, the right way of parenting. So why? Because it's not just animal instinct, animal parenting, but some parents just treat their daughter or son like a prince and princess, especially when he's sick. So the sickness from children is like an excuses. So the biggest lesson for us is do not use sickness to make excuse, especially when you are doing the word of God, when you are the part of ministry. Because God can heal your child if he or she is strong. So that's the lesson for us. And babying, the word babying is not training in formality way. It will reflect the adultness stage. So this is the important message for families. The example we can give is like right now that they growing up with a bad attitude. That is what commonly happen around this, and like in whole world, a lot of people, a lot of parents does not have any good parenting way, especially in spiritual. They don't have the patriarchal training aspect for the children. So when they reach the adultness stage, the important lesson to the case, important case to look at is that they're growing up with a bad attitude, especially when hearing the word of God. They are Christian because their parents are Christian, and then when they're hearing the word of God, they're being uninterested, bored, and getting slightly pissed, or another word, annoyed when it's ordered by the parents. So that's what we call bad attitude. So when you, as a parent, didn't do the training for your children, they will grow up with a bad attitude. So the adultness stage will be broken up. So in Jotori chapter 32 verse 11, it's not just a lesson for us to reflect in reality uh, from some lecture things or the image that we can see. So in Bible, it's already written up, and it's already a message for us. In Deuteronomy chapter 32 verse 11, it says that if they survive the world in this carnality things means they are strong and assured to heaven. So to assure to heaven, they need to experience some things, and such like a training. So that, what is the training? The training is related to spiritual thing. So the training is to way to be a matured. It says that steering the nest, it is the training. It's portraying that you don't neglect, should not neglect the training just because the children is sick, or agreeing for the excuses. So the comfort zone. Number two is the comfort zone. The comfort zone of the eagle in the background story is the nest. The comfort zone means they are in the stage of the comfort zone where the training is happening. So that's when the mother eagle is trying to train her eaglets to fly. So when they fail, they're going to the comfort zone. Then they will go into train, and then until they go into mature. So the comfort zone, in reality way, don't shout even if they do something wrong, and don't yell, and don't spill a hurtful words. That's what we call formal talk, and it's also way of comfort zone, because um, saying hurtful words or babying them is not the formal way. So in the food in due season, when we come to food in due season, because someone asked, it says that in non-doctrine way, because food in due season is a doctrine message. So in non-doctrine way, because since this is about the training aspect for mother and parents and children, the implementation of discipline for us, food is not just a knowledge or head knowledge, or what we call informational knowledge, doctrinal knowledge. It's the way of getting straight ahead into the stage of the perfect man. So the word discipline, you are getting discipline of this temptation just by doing some little bit punishment, like flicking its palm, hands, or some minor punishment. They are not hurt with that when you do that to your kids, and at the some level, but they feel insulted because they will know, and you will make them realize that they did a wrong thing, and they felt the punishment. So the eaglet is no longer an eaglet because they went through that stages, because he knows how to fly already. It's the improvement. So way back to what I said, the comfort zone is the way, that's the stage where they're doing the training, and then until they improve, they're no longer in the comfort zone. So that's what I mean. Don't compromise the training, and don't break the training just for temptation. So the temptation is the excuses of your children, because that's a part of the trial. That's part of the training. So in James 1:3 it says, "Work at patience." So when it comes to temptation, this is the stage of the perfect man. You should have this not just by the flesh, but also your spiritual things. So the eaglet is no longer eaglet because it already improved its own um, its own self, because he knows how to fly already, and it's the improvement. So from your traditional thing, you come to progressive way. So the spoon feeding, the feeding, that is the word of God. The spiritness, destroying the comfort zone to make the wing more stronger, because that's a training. So for the children, so flying eagle, it's going to fly up in high because it already improved. So the purpose, that's the purpose. So in the church typology, the baby genius in Hebrews 5:12-13, growing up but still, they're growing up but still milk. They're drinking milk. So means not still mature, because some people, but it's not totally bad. When you are no longer baby chicks, means milk is not for you already. Like, we need to realize, if you are a big adult, you are already 45 years old, 60 years old, are you going to still drink baby milk? No, right? So you need to eat a meat, means you need to eat a deep revelation. You need to do some deep revelation. You already need milk. So because you have already grown up, and you need meat. In a Bible study before, you were asking the question, but later on, because you were already matured, You were the one accepting the pressure because you were a bit matured version. So that is not love anymore. You are from training. You were the one who is making. You are the one who is training someone. So that's it for today, my topic. And if you have a question, please write down in the comment. Good night.